Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. We are on another episode of Breaking Bad. Last episode, Mike decided to join with Walter and Jesse in their little business venture into the meth making world again. They invited Mike along. Mike was hesitant at first, but then he decided to come along. So last episode focused on them finding a place. Really, it was like we were going house shopping. It was kind of fun, not gonna lie, and going through all those different places that Saul had picked out. So they're doing something a little bit different than the normal thing. You know how like Gus had his laundry, he had like a secret lab, and most people have like a certain business up front, party in the back kind of thing, with, you know, the party being meth. They're doing something a little bit different. Instead of having like just one stationary building, they are basically cooking in people's homes. The best option that they had was like a pest control garage. Walter had this great idea. I don't know why my accent just changed. They would cook from home to home whenever the pest people would come and basically bomb people's homes because they had, you know, pests. Before, you know, all that stuff happens, they would cook in their houses and then they would bomb the place, and it covers up like the smell. Basically what they're doing is they're cooking inside of a tent, which is inside of a home, which is inside of another tent. So it's like they're really protected and like nobody's gonna go in there. So it's like it just worked out. But the only bad thing is like, of course, you have to move the equipment in, move the equipment out, take it apart, that kind of thing. Afterwards, they made, I think, like $1 million for a week, but they have to split it between the three of them, plus all the extra costs. And one of them was the hazard pay from Gus to those other 11 guys. These people can like definitely talk, and I know at least one of them, Dennis, he's seen Walter and Jesse before, so he could definitely identify them. Like I said, I don't know if he knows them by name, but he could definitely identify them. Walter was not happy about that, which I was kind of like, are you thinking about this properly? Because like, if you think about it, it makes sense. Like what Mike is saying makes sense. And Mike is supposed to be in charge of the business thing. So Mike was like, listen, this is my business. I'm in charge of this, and I say that you pay. Walter was not happy about that, and at the end they were left with like not that much money, honestly, like compared to what they were making, which I mean it makes sense because they're not as big of a business as Gus's was. Like Gus had a whole ass empire. He didn't have to pay all these extra charges and all that stuff because he built it up to be what it was. And at the end of the episode, he came to this realization. Remember that time that Gus slit Victor's throat? He's like, it was more than just a message to me. It was also because Victor was stepping over the line. He was doing something that he was never permitted to do. Walter was like, now I know why Gus killed him. So I'm thinking like he's connecting that with Mike, and he thinks that in like his own little mind that he thinks that Mike is overstepping his bound. I'm so scared for Mike because what does that mean other than a freaking threat? Like that means a threat. I'm scared. But let's go ahead and get into this next episode. This one is called 51. This is episode 4, called 51.
What would you give me for it?
What's a blue book, you mean?
No. I mean, what will you pay me for this car?
Well, I'm not really looking for it.
$100? 50?
The insurance company just shelled out $1,900 for the parts alone.
And it's a bargain. You give me $50, and she's all yours.
You sure about this?
Sure as shit.
Check the register. Yeah.
$50 for that? Oh god. He put on the hat. That's it. We're done for. Walter White, he ain't here anymore. Listen. Hell yeah. This is what I was saying whenever Walter first bought his son that car. I was like, why would you not buy one for yourself? But oh, this. Look at this one. Oh wow.
Bonfire.
He got his son. You're bad, Walter.
Forward. Maybe hands. Have your voice heard.
Huh? Oh, I don't know who this guy is. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. He knows that she... Oh, wow.
Breathe, Lydia. No one's talking to the police.
I just had like 14 DEA agents barge into my office, screaming and yelling at me, and they were swarming all over the warehouse.
Girl, you're exaggerating just a little bit.
This is crazy.
Girl, you got into this business in the first place. This is what I don't like about her. Like, how is she so ignorant? Oh, did he ever tell
Well, yeah.
her how he, you know, what he's doing?
600,000 we lost.
This one was directed by Ryan Johnson? Did I see that right?
Yeah, there's this place in northern Arizona, and it's supposed to be one of the top 10 in the country.
No. I don't agree with boarding school.
He's a year away from college.
Yeah,
Why
that's
would we do that?
stupid.
You know, a new environment might be good for them.
What does that mean?
Has to do with you, Walter.
What's wrong with their environment?
Which, like, I can't blame her, because, like, Walter is turning into a very evil, I don't want to use that word yet, but, like, you know, he's leading up to it. But he is very good with the kids, I will have to admit. I think, like, that's his one redeemable quality, is the way that he treats his children, and he's bonding with them, which I think is really good.
Nick, I gotta say, work here has been stellar. Really first rate.
I feel like there's a but coming.
So much so that I'm wondering if it's time you made a change.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Just
You
kidding.
know, I have to get back to El Paso. This office needs an ASAC. And I'm thinking we should be promoting from within. If you were to put in an application, and I recommend that you do, you will get the job. I have no doubt this DO would be well served with you at the helm.
Yes, do it. Hank, that's amazing. You deserve it.
Sure would say.
Take it.
Hey,
No party.
where's your mom?
He's like, where's my damn party? I mean, honestly though, who would she invite? Like that, because you're not friends with all your like old co-workers from the school. I just looked right into the light. My goodness.
Are you gonna give me
It involves infidelity, that's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, girl, you're giving it away.
I'll second cell phone. Sorry, babe, I was way ahead of you on this one.
Way ahead of me. Well, it wasn't Walt.
Do you know that almost exactly a year ago that I got my diagnosis? Jesus. Yeah.
It seems like longer.
It does. Yes, it does. Thank you.
I never thought I'd
What the
make
fuck is Skylar doing?
surgery. Hank being shot.
Yeah, you can definitely tell this is directed by Ryan Johnson. Look at the way he's framing it. The slow zoom in on Walter with Skylar in the background looking at the pool.
It was rough going at first. Skylar. She was right there, of course. Putting wet washcloths on my forehead. She's singing to me. And this would go on and on, day after day. I remember lying on the floor of the bathroom.
That is some blue ass water, holy crap. I'm kind of transfixed by it. She just
It was
gonna...
too hard. It was...
Walter,
I just wanted
come get
it
your wife.
stopped.
Skylar, isn't that freezing?
Hey-ho, pool party.
What are you doing, Skylar? What is she doing, Walt?
Who knows?
Hey, Sky, maybe it's time to get out now. What do you think?
Skylar? Hey, guess you.
It's not
Need to
funny,
get
but
out.
that was kind of funny.
Skylar?
The way she just like slowly dipped it. I kind of feel bad for her, but at the same time, not really. Oh, they just cut away. Okay. Oh, hi, Jesse.
Wait. Who are you?
I'm the guy. So where's the...
Hold on. Who sent you?
Mike?
Who sent me? Who do you think?
No. I'm asking you.
Mike.
And this Mike person. What's his last name?
Lady, I just got off a plane from New Mexico, and I got a 900-mile drive back. That's 14 hours if I don't stop. So the sooner we do this, the sooner it's done.
Let's speed this up, Lydia. I don't have time. I know it's like you have to be cautious, but... Oh yeah, we've seen that in the lab before. The little bumblebee. I thought for a second there it was a butterfly, and I was like, no, you dumbass, that is not a butterfly. What? What is that?
Wait, stop!
What?
Please tell me that's not what I think it
It's a tracker thingy. It was pretty obvious though, right?
Look after him for a day or two, or however long, and leave you and Skylar to look after each other.
That's very generous of you, Marie, but I just don't see how that's a solution. And, I mean, besides Junior and Holly, that's a lot of work.
No, it isn't. Junior's independent, and my niece is only the easiest, most delicious baby that was ever born. It'd be fun, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea. Just the thing
Oh,
for both of you.
maybe.
This idea. Was it yours?
Actually, it was Skylar's.
Uh-huh.
The kids are out of this environment. Coincidence. I know you're awake. What was it about?
I'm actually surprised he went
Can you
through with it.
explain? Trying to protect my children from me.
Not just you. There's blood on my hands, too.
What blood? Panicky?
Girl, get over yourself.
He's in the hospital because of me.
Like, that situation, he was a dumb ass hoe. He probably would have tripped over that carpet whether those guys were there or not and broke his damn neck. At least there were people there who probably called the ambulance. So, if anything, you technically might have saved his life. See, this is why I don't understand. People like that, they have just such like a foggy perspective on things.
I made a mistake and things got out of control. But you did what you had to do to protect your family, and I'm sorry. That doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a human being.
Stop it, Will. Just stop.
What he's
I
saying
don't
is
need to hear any of your
true.
bullshit rationales.
Just because you do one bad thing doesn't make you a bad person. Now you have to take your own children away from yourself. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
We're back at it. Fine. The kids stay away, and that's that.
That's that. That's what?
I got them out of this house.
To a
For how
sleepover
long?
At their aunt and uncle's. They spend a day or two. Junior stays up late watching movies, and then what happens?
We'll see.
No, I'll tell you what happens. They come home to this house, to their parents who love them.
No, I will not let our business endanger them.
How many times do I have to say that they are not
I said no. I swear to God, I won't have them back here.
What are you gonna do with them? Okay, see, that is like, she doesn't think these kind of things through. It's not, like, I understand where she's coming from. You want to protect your children, and I agree with that. Like, if you're in this type of business, you need to take extra measures to make sure your kids are safe. But shipping them off to their aunt and uncle, how is that gonna help them? Without even how are you gonna explain that to your own children? Have you even thought about that? See, doesn't think things through.
Maybe I show up with bruises on my neck. Give myself a black eye. Say that you beat me when you found out about my lover.
I see. So you want to involve Ted? Oh, well, that'll be fun, bringing the police up to speed on all of that, but not as much fun as telling your 16-year-old son that his father is a wife beater. Also not a very good plan. What else you got? This is a joke. Come on, Skylar. You want to take me on? You want to take away my children? What's the plan?
I don't know! This is the best I could come up with, okay? I will count every minute that the kids are away from here, away from you, as a victory. But you're right. Hold on. Bide my time. And wait.
Wait for what? What are you waiting for?
Your death. She wants you to die.
For the cancer to come back.
I'm not Team Walter right now, but I'm sure as hell not Team Skylar. The thing is, like, I don't feel sorry for her because, again, she chose to be in this position. She had an out a while ago, and she refused to take it.
You didn't check any of the other barrels?
No, that's the only one we could have taken according to her. You know, once we spotted it, she freaked out. I put the barrel back and we
Did she, like, plant that?
Lydia, she saw it first.
Okay.
Because she wants out of
Dead.
this.
Wait.
What? We will be taking our business elsewhere.
After I kill
leave
her.
alone in a ditch.
Yes, Mike, I like that.
This woman deserves to die as much as any man I've ever met.
Okay, Mike, listen, I kind of agree with that. I'm so mean. I'm just, 5 seasons in. Come on, girl. Like, what business do you think you were getting into?
Methlamin keeps flowing no matter what. We are not ramping down. We're just getting started.
Just threaten her a little bit.
You said it was your birthday, so
Jesse, you sweetheart.
I left the receipt in the box in case you want to exchange it.
Oh, so sweet.
The person who gave me this present wanted me dead too. Not that long ago, he pointed a gun right between my eyes, right here. And he threatened to kill me. He changed his mind about me, Skylar. And so will you.
Walter, you manipulated the situation. He only changed his mind because he doesn't know the things that are going on behind the scenes with you poisoning his girlfriend's child. Alright, so that was the end of the episode. This is just my opinion, okay? I'm in a very ruthless mood. Sometimes I can get on that emotional train, but right now, we ain't dealing with that. So, Lydia, can she stop? This has to do with, like, your choices. You chose to get into this business, therefore you must suffer the consequences. Why are you so scared that you should have been prepared for this? Like somebody should have sat your ass down and been like, listen, this is what's gonna happen. A very real possibility in the future. That's why I think like Walter, as much as that like the drug business is a bad thing, he's like the perfect person for it because he can like think about all of the possibilities and like calculate, okay, this is what is probably gonna happen and this is what could happen. Here's some other things to prepare for. He prepares for all of it. That's part of the reason why he's such a good person to be in this. Skylar, on the other hand, she acts purely on emotion. You don't think about things rationally, whereas Walter does. So whenever she is in the situation now, she never realized that her husband could be this type of person, but it's like you should have realized from the very beginning that your husband has issues and that not necessarily that he was going to turn out this way, but that this was a very real part of him. Whenever she did not sign those divorce papers, she should have realized, okay, this is going to be my life now. This is what I'm going to have to do. Becoming like that invested into his business. Like she didn't have to do that. She took the extra step to do those things. She's the one who backed herself into this corner because she didn't realize who the frick she was married to. The signs were all there. She just couldn't read them, which is like, that's kind of your fault. So like, I don't really feel sorry for her in this like whole emotional breakdown and like wanting their children out of there. Like, okay, yes, she's scared of her husband and yes, she's for some ungodly reason scared of herself and she doesn't want her children in that kind of environment, which I understand. And I agree with her, like how long is it that they're gonna stay safe? Because you think about the drug cartel, like nobody's ever safe. You're always on the run or like looking over your shoulder or something. So it's like it could be the same way with Walter, especially if they know who he is and where he lives. Competitors can come knocking on his door. I think at this point nobody knows really that he's him, that Heisenberg and Walter White are the same person. So I think he's fine for right now, but how long will that last? Just the logic with her whole kids thing, it's not there for me. It's not hitting there for me. I'm more on Walter's side because, he does have, what happens after that? What happens when, you can't just, like I said, you can't just like put them on a freaking Hank and Marie. How are you gonna come up with an excuse? That being said, like even though I'm on Walter's side in this whole Skylar and Walter situation, I don't agree with what he said at the very end there with like the whole Jesse came around to like me, so you will too. Like, dude, you're the one who literally poisoned a kid. It's like Jesse did not become your friend again because of him realizing a truth that, oh, you're not really that bad of a guy, which he did, but like it was because you twisted his perception of something and lied about it. So it got him to believe that you were actually a better guy than what you really were. That's gonna be it for today's reaction. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next episode. So goodbye and have a nice life.